Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today, I am here. It's on the same tree stump, but I got a bit of a different setup. I didn't do this setup before because I thought of people going behind me and stuff. But a fucking plane will be going overhead instead. Brilliant. I am on the usual stump, you know, the usual tree stump that I now record at because it is the greatest place on earth. I'm going to set this as a landmark. However, today I just wanted to really talk to you guys about an issue that I have with disability. More specifically, disability equipment. Because if you are disabled, you would know that that shit is really overpriced. But this goes for pretty much all disability types, blindness, deafness, all of this stuff, is expensive and crazy expensive. So for a lot of disabilities, you have to buy quite a bit of equipment to deal with certain issues related to your disability. You may need a wheelchair or hearing aids or anything like that. But if you was to go out and buy that stuff, without help of the NHS, or just going out and buying it if you live in America or places where they don't have an NHS type thing, you're looking at a lot of money, and I just don't understand why. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about a little bit just about it in general. I've got a couple of ideas on how we deal with the issue, which I'll talk to you guys about a little bit towards the end of the video. But first I'm going to be talking about why it's an issue, if it isn't completely obvious already. You've already got problems clearly because you're in a wheelchair, or you need a wheelchair, or you need hearing aids, or whatever the equipment is. So you need to go out and buy that equipment for, the cost of your lung, your kidney, and 50% of your blood plasma. Why? It's obviously expensive, I don't know the exact pricings for a lot of things. However, it's very easy to find out, just search up for wheelchairs, custom-made wheelchairs, or, certain companies, Quickie, and there's a couple of other companies for wheelchairs, can't remember them. Just custom wheelchairs, which pretty much should be standard at this point to have a custom wheelchair, because everyone has different needs and everyone has different abilities. Being a one-size-fits-all, NHS hospital wheelchair is always annoying. I always hate using that kind of equipment because it's just so unuseful, It just doesn't help at all, which is why I think most equipment should be specialised for the person. So, going out to make your wheelchair, you can knock off a couple of quid by getting different brakes or different wheels or, small changes like that. But, it is still crazy expensive, and it needs to stop. So, I think with companies, they have quite a limited market already with people being disabled. They have to find the people that are disabled. And, we are a minority. There isn't a lot of people using wheelchairs. There aren't a lot of people that need hearing aids. But that shouldn't make a difference. I know there's going to be less customers, which should maybe bump up the price a little bit, but not by the amount that they bump it up. A wheelchair, a good wheelchair, in materials, costs 100 quid at most, just from a rough guess. Labour cost and, the equipment that they need to make it. I don't see it being more than 100, 150 quid, depending on what it is. But, you know, companies will say it's 300, 500 quid, 700 quid, you know? And I just don't know why. Now, that's just like one reason, you know, they have to fit this limited market. But, you know, why don't you just join another company? You know, I think for a lot of the equipment that you use for wheelchairs, you can find at car manufacturers, you know, like garages and places that make cars. So why not make like a Hyundai wheelchair? Now I know this is sounding like a joke, you know, because it's wheels, haha, funny, but like it's not intended to be a joke. Like, I'm being serious about this. Why don't car companies go into making wheelchairs? They can do it at a cheaper rate because they don't have the limited market specifically for wheelchairs. You know, they can join in with the price from cars. So it shouldn't impact either prices too much if they join them two companies together. So yeah, that's like one thing that will solve a lot of issues is the materials for the company, the limited market, because they will have income from the car making places, and then also if you include the fact that like it just makes sense, you know, for a lot of the market, you know, they can also go into adapting cars, you know. I know a lot of companies do that, but there's also a lot of places where you need to go to other companies to get your car adapted. So companies can now go into that kind of thing, you know, and just have it as a standard. I could be wrong about all of this, you know. I am only a college student, I don't study this kind of thing, but just for basic standard medical equipment, that is just an idea. But say you're a sporty person and you want to get into wheelchair sports, you know, wheelchair racing, you need a sporty chair for basketball or rugby or, you know, different sports like that. Or you need a blade for running. What about that stuff? It's expensive too. That is more expensive than the basic equipment. Why? Like, if you're looking to buy a racing wheelchair, you're looking like over the top money. I don't know the exact price of it, but like, again, you need to sell your plasma, your kidney, and your kids, kind of thing, for a racing wheelchair. Why? This is basically just a video of me asking why, because there's so many issues with the pricing that can be fixed so easily that I just don't know why. You know, joining these companies, just not being assholes and criminal and like making the price so high, or you know, just find different ways of doing it. You know, freewheel is a thing for wheelchairs. You know, even just like add-on equipment instead of just going for the main disability thing, and then you know the extra sporty stuff. You know, if I wanted to get a bag specialised for my wheelchair that would like either clip on or something like that, that would be like 70 quid, 75 quid at most. Obviously, depending on where you get it and the size and all of this stuff. But like, I can get a regular backpack that does the exact same job but better. You know, my backpack, I think it's 25 quid, and it has a USB charging equipment set up. Like, why is the regular stuff so much more expensive than the disability equipment? Obviously, I'm going to have to show a lot of screenshots on screen from different sites and sources, because I could be wrong about a lot of this, but there is a lot of overpriced equipment for wheelchairs, you know. There's this device for wheelchair users and suitcases. You attach it to the suitcase, and then you attach it to the wheelchair, and then it helps pull it along, you know, so you don't have to carry that. But do you know what does the exact same job? Piece of rope, piece of string. Just tie it to the handle, tie it to the wheelchair, and then that's your problem solved. I don't know why you need to go through this complicated mechanism just to carry a suitcase for an overpriced thing. You know, I've seen people do it where they attach a carabiner clip to the suitcase in the wheelchair and it pulls itself along. I could talk about this for ages, but I feel like I'm repeating myself because I just don't understand why. You know, I am going to end this video here because I'm getting annoyed now. Let me know your opinions on, like, why either you think wheelchair equipment should be this price, or if you agree with me that it needs to be changed, because I seriously do. I don't understand why this happens. Sorry this video was kind of weird. It's just something that I was thinking about the other day and thought I'd share with you. I didn't really have a script for it. I didn't have anything in mind that I wanted to say other than draw attention to this. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, help share this video, you know, bring attention to this issue, because in my opinion it is criminal how expensive they make all of this stuff. And yeah, I'm going to end this video here. So if you enjoyed, like, subscribe. I think I've said that before, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.